Sometime, somehow, we will be punished. Punished?
So, I have seen some questions regarding the Dark Aether itself. People seem to want to believe that Victis will come into play somehow, and I'll show you how that's a possibility. But I'll also show you how that's a bit far-fetched. So basically, Victis was trapped in the Dark Aether. We all know that. But what does that really mean? Because people have been replaying the Dark Aether quotes backwards and getting strange messages. People believe this to be Victis saying that Richtofen lied to them. And sure, while this is a possibility, think of the bigger fucking picture. What do the actual quotes say? They speak of finding entities and believing these entities to be God, but then they're lied to and find out that these creatures are far from God. We are these creatures' playthings. So what is happening is that these quotes being played backwards, yes, they do hold secret messages more than likely, but you don't want to think too big here, because I know people want the old crews to come back, and there's a possibility they may, but you got to hold back on hyping things up too much. So with the Aether, there is both light and dark Aether. What Monty was attempting to create was a light Aether, a rapture of sorts, separating light from dark. Light goes to light and dark goes to darkness. So while there is a physical reality that shifted, you got to be thinking of the consciousness here. So while, yes, the physical atoms that created the original reality was also used to create the light Aether and dark Aether, the consciousness is what truly matters. So say yes, these bodies are created for the Victis crew in the dark Aether. Their consciousness may or may not go to those same bodies. It all depends on the brain and if it's compatible with the consciousness. So if they were placed in their original bodies, the timeline is different. The zombies didn't happen the way that it did back then, so they more than likely wouldn't be the exact same people they were as the Victis crew. But there is a possibility that they could still remain the Victis crew if for some reason their consciousnesses are transported to a time in the Dark Aether where they're already born, so say their bodies already existed, their consciousness could possibly shift into those bodies and allow those bodies to retain their original memories while being flooded with these new memories. And it would be interesting because I believe if that were to happen, all the characters would be a little crazy because they would hold memories of this timeline as well as the Aether timeline. So they'll be like, wait a minute, weren't we surrounded by zombies just a few seconds ago? Why the hell am I in New York City now? Something like that. So it's going to be a bit wishy-washy. While I myself would love to see the return of the old crews, I also see why it would be possible not to have them. Because with the current zombies, you have to pick your operator. It's not like the old ones where the crew is already set up for you. And while I can see them having specific maps, like being character locked, I just don't see them doing it with their current system in play, Like, if anything, they'll let you unlock the characters through the season pass, and then if anything, you'll be able to play with those characters in zombies. And how I see that working is if you have all four characters, like all four people playing as a character from Victis, they'll talk to each other and have specific quotes. And I feel like that would be telling the story more. Like, they'd be like, oh my god, guys, I don't hear Richtofen. Oh, and then, they'll be like, oh, come on, Stu, you gotta stop focusing on him. We gotta get through this together. And then Rustman would be like, what the hell are we doing here? And Misty would be all like, we really gotta get our heads straight. We gotta settle down and pucker up because we need to figure out what the hell is going on. Yeah, it all is possibilities. Nothing is for certain. Just like in reality, nothing is going to be a certain. That's why you can't put too much hype into things, because if it doesn't come out the way you want, you're going to be upset. And that goes for zombies, that goes for anything in life. You just gotta let things happen, go with the flow. But if you attempt to want something and it doesn't happen, you're probably going to get butthurt, which will affect your whole life. And I know it sounds stupid talking about a game, but even a game can affect your whole life. Look at what Black Ops 4 did to me. I was so butthurt that they lied to us and betrayed us that I let that negativity get to me in my real life, But I quickly got over that. But that's not to say other people won't allow it to affect them more than I allowed it to affect me. And that was just a little quick video I decided to make talking about the dark aether and how it would all work. Remember, the physical bodies are just your spacesuits. You are not your body. You are your consciousness. And while, yes, we are also our bodies, we have to see our consciousness as important as well. And I know some people believe their ego to be their consciousness, but that's just the ego trying to take hold, The ego is your monkey perception, the monkey body. Consciousness is your connection to higher forms of thought. Connection to God. Your consciousness is your fucking God. Whether you want to believe that or not, up to you. I'm just here to fucking make the videos, man. Well, hope you guys have a good one. Just remember to stay safe out there.